Two questions. Does it take money to make money? Question number 2. If you were to choose between 1 billion rand, dollar, euro, pounds, whatever the currency might be, and 1 billion people, what would you choose? Please comment below. Let me see what you would choose. Does it take money to make money? Would you choose money or people? 1 billion rands or 1 billion people? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to The Miracle Perspective, and this is the TMP Q&A Wednesday, where you ask and I perspectivize. I woke up one morning, it was the 11th of October, on a Sunday morning, feeling super energetic, very confident and very great. Couldn't wait to go to church. I dressed up and I was feeling myself. I was on point, ready to go to church. I leave. On my way to church, I go to the car. As I get to the parking lot where my car was parked, in the basement parking, guess what I find? Boom! I'm like, yes! They broke into my car. So there's 2 guys that I usually go along to church with. They're waiting by the gate. I tell these guys, they broke into my car. They think I'm joking because my reaction as well was like, they just broke into my car. It was almost unbelievable. And they're like, no, you're joking. I opened the gate for them. They came in. Now we'll look at the car. There it is. The door is open. The window is broken. In my head, from a distance, I see the door is open. The window is broken. I'm thinking the car is already finished. There's nothing in the car. All the windows are broken. Some crazy guy just came out of nowhere and started smashing the car. I started to panic. Got closer to the car. When I got to the car, I realized that, it's only one window that was broken. But inside the car, it was damaged, ripped apart. The dashboard ripped apart. I thought my radio was gone. And I opened the boot. I see the boot is opened. It's broken. It can't close anymore. They took my whole sound system in the car. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a bummer, man. Yes, see, I felt that one because I love my music, man. I love jamming to my songs. I love singing and dancing as I'm driving. Now they took all of that. I had a huge speaker at the back and a amplifier was gone. All of that was gone. But there was one very, very important thing that was also there in the boot. And that was this microphone. My bag of microphones was also gone. I'm like, yes, see, I'm finished here, man. I understand they took the speakers, they took everything, but not the microphones. How am I going to record the TMP shows? That was very painful. I started feeling the pain. Nonetheless, long story short, I continued to church, had fun at church, and I put plastics around my window, and life went on. And I was like, okay, let's move on. The quicker, the better. On Tuesday morning, I'm waking up. Out of nowhere, it was a vivid imagination that came to my mind. Actually, it was a sound that came like a voice in my head. I remember this was the first thought I had when I woke up. It was like, crowdfunding. I'm like, what? Like crowdfunding. In my head, I'm like, where's this coming from? Hey, bro, you just lost your microphones. Crowdfunding. I'm like, wait a minute. I can't do crowdfunding. Come on, man. Imagine now me going out and begging people to help me out with money. Nah, it's not me. It's not me. So I usually have conversations with myself. And as I'm saying, nah, it's not me. I'm not going to do that. Nah, I can't do that. The other guy in my head was like, let's be honest, my guy. Is it not you? You can't crowdfund? You don't want to beg? Or are you just scared? Is it the fear of rejection? The fear of being judged by people when you go out and ask for money? Is it the fear of you being seen as someone who doesn't have that's making you feel like, you can't go out and ask for people to help you? And I had to be honest with myself. I was like, indeed, it's actually the fear. And the lesson there I learned was that, you see, sometimes your fear has this ability to inflate an empty ego within you. You develop an ego that is useless, very empty, not helpful. It's not helping you in any way. You feel, and it gives you the reasons to justify why you can't do things. Join network marketing. I can't do network marketing. It's not my thing. Man, talking to people is not my thing. Man, imagine now selling things. I'm not a seller, man. Selling is for the lower people. It's not that. It's the fact that you are scared. I had to confront my fear, and I realized indeed it was the fear of what people are going to say about me when I go out and ask for money. And I was like, yep. The question is, do I want to stay here as this person who believes that they've got it while they don't really got it? Or do I want to become a better person? Tomorrow, how do I want to see myself? Actually, how do I want to see myself? Do I want to live in fear? Do I want to live in other people's judgments of me? Do I want to make that define me? I said, hell no. That's not what I want. Therefore, I'm going to go out and ask people. Let me confront my fear. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you right now, if you received my message, that message didn't come from a very easy place. I went through a lot in typing that message because I was confronting my fears. And then someone asked me, hey man, why would you ask for 20 Rand? Because here's the thought process that came into my mind to answer the question of why would I ask for 20 Rand? Because what I did is, for those who don't know the backstory, when I woke up in the morning, I realized, okay, I need 4,000. These microphones are 4,000 Rand. How can I make 4,000 Rand? It's either I get 4,000 people to give me 1 Rand each, or they won't believe me when I ask for 1 Rand. They'll be like, I'm playing with them. And also, where am I going to get 4,000 people? Come on. I'm like, okay, let me minimize the number. If I make it 2,000, that would mean I need 2 Rand each. All right, still unbelievable. Let me make it believable such that when I ask for money from someone, they will give it to me. Remember, I still have the fear. So I don't want to ask for too much to increase my chances of getting rejected because I'm trying to fight that, right? I'm trying to fight over this weakness that I have. So I can't really put a huge hurdle over me to make me fail and then say, you see, we told you you get rejected. So I didn't want to do that. I had to minimize my chances of being rejected. So I made my calculations and I realized if I need 4,000 Rand, I will need 200 people to give me 20 Rand each. Nobody will not give me 20 Rand. I mean, 20 Rand is like, come on, it's a no-brainer, man. We can give this 20 Rand. We won't even feel it when we give him 20 Rand. I'm like, good shot. That's a good one to start with. At least I overcome my fear of going out and asking people, being vulnerable. And number 2, I increase my chances of getting what I want. I drafted my message. I sent to 257 people on my WhatsApp list. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get a lot of money, way more than the 4,000 I need. My man. Man, I was shocked. I got the shock of my life, man. It's hard to get 20 Rand from people. I realized, okay, here I'm getting some blue ticks. Because here's the other thing. I'm sending a message to people I have never spoken to in years. But it was still part of the mission that I was on to try and get over that. The self-judgment things that I'm telling myself that, hey, what if they say you haven't spoken to me, now you're asking for money? All those voices that were in my head, I was trying to get over them. And I continued. I was like, okay, let me increase my pool. I sent to another 257 people. Now it's more than 500 people that I've sent the message to. And now I'm like, I'm going to get a lot of money here. What am I going to do? I only needed 4,000. I'm like, okay, fine, man. If I get 10,000 Rand, I'll buy more equipment. At the end of the day, I got 20 Rand from each person. So it's not a lot. It's just many people. I had more people. And then I continued. And ladies and gentlemen, I can't tell you how tough it was to get 20 Rand from other people. But there's many people who gave me even more than 20 Rand. And I really, really appreciate. But there are a few lessons that I learned from that whole experience, man. And by the way, I did get the microphones, and that's why you can hear me clearly. You see? So we are sorted now. I got the microphones because I got the money that I needed from you guys. And that's why the question today was, between 1 billion people and 1 million people, what would you choose? From this exercise, I learned that people are more valuable than money. It doesn't really take money to make money. It takes resourcefulness. Resourcefulness using what you have around you. Resourcefulness is the ultimate resource. I looked around myself. I'm like, I have people around me. How can I use these people around me to be my resource to get what I want? And that was resourcefulness. So this is a lesson that I learned for me, and I'm hoping that someone else might sit there and think, oh, I can't do this because I don't have this and that and that. Look around you. What do you have? Moses, what are you holding in your hand? I'm holding a stick. That's all you need, buddy. Go and work. Same thing happens, man. You need people. You need resources around you. Whatever you have is enough to take you to the next level. Now, the other question was, all right, why do you ask? Because after I got whatever I got, when you guys gave me the money and I bought the mics, some of you I sent messages back to, and I was like, thank you so much. Please tell me, why did you give me your money? Right? I asked that. I wanted feedback. And the reason why I asked for that, do you know why? Because I needed validation. Validation of what I'm doing, validation of myself. We are always told, do not care what people say about you. Don't worry about what people are saying about you. I say bull crap. That message is very wrong, ladies and gentlemen. You need to know what people are saying about you. Validation is super important. I can't tell you how much the messages I got back turned my life around. I can't tell you the amount of confidence your messages came and put to me. People were like, hey man, I gave you my 20 Rand because I saw the amount of work you are putting into your work. We see the passion you have in doing what you are doing. We see what you are doing is changing lives. We have been helped by the things you are doing. People were telling me all these positive things about what I'm doing, and that validated me. It validated what I'm doing, and it made me to even want to do it some more. And right now, I'm way better than I was before I asked for that money from you guys. 20 Rand changed my life. That 20 Rand that I asked for changed my life for the better. And it's because I got validation. When you guys told me that you see what I'm doing, that gave me so much confidence. So let's change the message, man. What people say about you is important. The trick is you need to be able to sift through the noise. You can't take in everything that people are saying about you. If you take the negative, you're going to kill yourself. You got to know how to take the positive. I took the positive, the validation messages, what you guys told me. And that is what made me a better person today. And the last lesson I learned from this whole exercise, ladies and gentlemen, was it's amazing how many people are willing to help you only if you are willing to ask. Try it. Do you need something? Do you know someone who has whatever you have? Ask yourself this question. Who has my money? Because you can't make money. It's illegal to make money. You just have to get people to give you what they are willing to give you. Only if you are willing to ask. So those are the lessons I got from this whole experience, and I am very, very grateful to each and everyone who contributed from the bottom of my heart. I really, really appreciate. I really appreciate you believing in me, believing in what I'm doing. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, your 20 Rand is reaching the world today because the sound that goes through what you are hearing right now is being heard by the world, and clearly so. And I really, really appreciate that. Ladies and gentlemen, you have taught me a lot, and I am willing and I commit to doing my best in whatever that I'm doing because you guys trust me. Thank you so much. One thing, the last thing, was the fact that I got to market my TMP show to the people around me that perhaps didn't know about the channel. So I put a link on the message of request. I was like, here's a link of what I'm doing just in case you don't know what I'm doing. So that was a strategy to market to everyone. Hence, I increased the number of people that received my message. So it was all strategic. It was all me trying to look what is going to help me, what is not going to help me. And at the end of the day, I was being selfish with this because it was all about self-development and self-discovery and becoming a better person, which I challenge you to do as well, man. Look at yourself. Where are you today? Who are you today? Are you happy with that? No, you're not. Come on, do something about it to become a person that you want to be, because it's always better, man. But you've got to take the steps to becoming the better you that you want to see tomorrow. It's finished. Remember to subscribe. Remember to like. Let me hear your comments. Let me hear, have you learned something from this story? Has it changed your life in any way? I believe it did, because it did change my life. So type in below. Remember to send me your questions on time for the TMP Q&A Wednesday. It's finished.